What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to ARK and welcome back to a new video. So I try not to do videos like this a ton just because a lot of people do them now, but this is going to be one where I find some pretty insane loot going around with a wyvern and a parasaur. This was our own server at the time, and I was looking around for someone that had element, and so I wasn't like really looking for stuff, but I just want to say that I was one of the original ones to do these, so don't be calling me out for copying. But yeah, I am just going to voice this video over as well, because as you can imagine from the stuff that we found, I was freaking out, and my tribe mates who were in Discord with me were freaking out, and I don't know, it just becomes incoherent at some points, so it's probably better if I just talk over it. So yeah, as I said, I was looking around for some element from people that had been griefing us, because I was like, I know they have elements somewhere, and I thought they might have put it on like the edge of the map. And then, as you can imagine right now, I was like, what the heck? Like 4 dots, and obviously they're like reapers or basilisks because they're above the ground. I was like, this is really weird. Really suspicious, so I wanted to make sure they didn't fly off the edge, and that one almost does anyway. So I was like, oh gosh, dude. 3 Reapers. And they're all clones, but I was like, oh, I don't know. That's really weird to have so many Reapers like up here on the edge of the map, but I just wanted to make sure they fell off. They didn't fall off. So I just kind of put them right there. I was like, this is weird. Either they're going to have like nothing in them, or they're going to be dummy thick. And they are clones, so they do die pretty quickly. This is like really crappy Giga. I just had it on me to... I keep trying to kill my Gigas, but they just won't die. I just can't get them killed. Because I have really old ones I'm trying to get rid of. So I was like, just kind of chilling. I was like, it could have something. I'm not like super stoked though. And this is where I was like, oh, that's kind of nuts. I didn't get like a good look because I was like, oh, I don't want to die to this Reaper gas. I don't know. I was like, oh, dang. That's a decent amount of stuff. And then as I opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. This is like a full base in here. You can see all the tech saddles, the mech BPs, all the cryopods. I was just like freaking out right now. Bunch of flak BPs that are like okay. Pretty nuts, as you can imagine. I was like, oh, and then my tribe mates were in a like Discord call. I was screen sharing and they were watching my screen. We were all freaking out, and I was like, you guys got to get on right now. Like, I just found all this stuff, and you can see, yeah, they start to join. So I was like, I just gotta get the BPs and the cryopods out first of all. Pretty much any dino you can think of, I got here, which is nuts. And this is from the guy whose stuff this is. Actually, it's all from one guy. I guess he had like, I talked to him after. Well, I didn't talk to him, but one of my tribe mates knew him and said, oh, like his base was getting raided, so he transferred all his stuff into Reapers. And he was in a really big tribe at the time. I don't know if he still is, but he had every single line that they had, all their top lines. So as you can imagine, it's pretty crazy. Every single line, like every water dino, every aberration dino, every flyer, like that you can think of, and pretty much the top lines for all of them. So really crazy. It was all from this one guy. I think he makes videos or something. Some of my tribe mates knew him. But yeah, I was still kind of just like shook at this point, because this is like, I don't know, thousands of hours of work between all the dinos and everything he had. He had a ton of like tech gear, lots of turrets, a bunch of tech saddles, a bunch of tech armor, just some really top stuff that was crazy. I was just like confused, honestly. Like, I've never found anything like this in like a Perlovia and a Reaper. Like I find a couple dinos, but nothing like this. This was like a full base that he had put in these 4 Reapers here. So in those first 2, mostly just cryopods, a few pieces of like structures, and then a bunch of tech saddles and a few tech suits. So not a bad haul for 2 Reapers. And then I move on to this next one. Even though they are level 5 clones, they're still pretty tanky. And this one, yep, more dinos, a cloning chamber right there, some more BPs, some more heavies, just completely stacked. And this is at the old base that I know I showed the video of that base getting wiped, but I mean I still have a lot of this stuff. I didn't just give up after that base. I don't know if that was clear, but I'm playing somewhere else now. But yeah, I still have all this stuff. I did give a decent amount, well, I guess not me, but my tribe did give a decent amount of the dinos back to the guys whose they were, just because they're not all that useful if they're not imprinted. And I felt kind of bad, but we kept most of the good stuff, unfortunately for him. See, like, got a teleporter, some turrets and stuff. I know at this point you guys are like, oh, I've seen it all, but it's crazy. Like, this was nuts. Just and these were top of line at the time. I know this is kind of an old video, maybe happened like a month and a half ago, but I thought it'd be interesting to share just the amount of loot that we got. Yeah, those are 465 gigas, 465% melee, and so they were pretty good at the time. Now they're old, but they were top line back then, which is pretty crazy. So just all in all, you can see what we got. I'm going to wrap it up here and move on to showing you some of the dinos really quick. And this one wouldn't come out. I was like, oh. And then it's a basilisk. That's why it wouldn't come out. So we'll eat this basilisk up really quickly. It's pretty much just the same stuff. Like, it's just more dinos, a lot of dinos, and some more tech stuff. Maybe some more turrets, I think, are in the basilisk. Pretty crazy though. I was looking around for the bag and then I was like, where is this? And then I didn't realize the mana auto collected it. So that was what was in the basilisk. Just a lot more dinos. Tons and tons. Lots of good saddles, and then yeah, we'll move on. Alright, so back at the base here, I'm just gonna try and give you guys a little peek at some of this stuff. So here's all the dinos. I have like all the blueprints on my player right now. And he had a bunch of dino suturuses, which I didn't have any of those before. And then I know I showed you all the tech saddles, but he had a bunch of dinos that had like tech saddles on them as well. Pretty crazy. This is the amount of work that went into finding this stuff is pretty insane. Not finding this stuff, just I mean raising all these dinos and all the farming for the tech saddles and all the gear. Pretty crazy. But yeah, lots of good dinos. All right, so just setting up these cryo fridges. I had to set up like 8 or 9 cryo fridges, and they all got filled with dinos from this find. Pretty crazy. Oh, got a phoenix right there. You can kind of see just sitting right there. That was another thing that we got, which was sweet, is a lot of good cloning dinos. I think we got a couple different level 5 Reapers that have like 7,000 HP, which is really good. That's all 5 points into HP. And some Phoenixes, a really good Griffin, really good base stats for cloning. Some good Basilisks, lots of stuff. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to continue on for too long with this. I think you pretty much get the gist of it. Got a ton of dinos. It was amazing. All the top lines, pretty much every single dino you can think of in the game. And I mean, if that matters to you, this is official. Should be pretty easy to tell that this is official. But yeah. Alright, so I'm going to start wrapping it up. I know this video kind of dragged on and it wasn't that interesting, but I thought it would be cool to show you guys. A lot of people really like the whole hide and go seek factor of looking for Palovias and looking for Reapers, and this definitely was a huge payoff. The amount of stuff we got here is just insane. Never found anything remotely close to this or anything like it. Pretty crazy. I don't really go like wyvern hunting anymore, but this was definitely insane. I will come out with 2 more videos this weekend. I'm trying to keep the weekends pretty stacked, so we're going like Friday, Saturday, Sunday for videos. So I did hope you guys enjoy, and I'll have to catch you guys in the next one. Peace, my dudes.